Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. You could have been just about any place else in the world, and you decided to stop by here. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. And as always, let me see who's here first, just out of curiosity. There's no prize. There's no Amana refrigerators. There's no year supply of turtle wax. There's no vacations to Puerto Vallarta. None of that kind of stuff. Lydia Washington, guess what? You don't get the Amana refrigerator with the matching radar range. There's no year supply of turtle wax. There's no pool table, no Wurlitzer jukebox. Am I showing my age? Yeah. Okay. All of that sounds like that Price is Right stuff, right? Mary H, thank you for being here. Kathy G, Helen, or as Isabel Sanford would say, hi, Helen. Oh, hi, Helen. Let's see. Yulibi in D. I hope Helen gets that. Otherwise, she might think I'm crazy. Marie Fabian, one, thank you so much for being here. Joyce Yvette Davis, thank you. And let me see here. Judy Matassit. Okay. What? There's no sound? Okay, I think the rest of y'all can hear me, but yeah, well, I hope it'll work in a minute. Let's get this up here. And I'm going to take that away. There we go. And okay. Let me get myself comfortable, rather. Okay. So Prince Harry is in Lesotho, and there he is with his brother, his other brother, Prince Seso. Of course, you may know the story of how Harry went to Africa as a young man. And I think that's one of the reasons why he hasn't given up on his father, because whether it was a publicity stunt or not, it was Charles that introduced Harry to Africa, I believe. So again, it may have been a publicity stunt, but no matter how it happened, whether it was Mark Boland's idea or maybe Charles thought of it, whatever the case may be, somehow Harry found a home in Africa that was so much more suitable for his temperament than the that circus that was back home in the UK. So much so that if you read Spare, then Harry had contemplated, how in the world can I make a home for myself in Africa? He just simply did not want to go back to the United Kingdom. So he was trying to work out how he could stay there and possibly work. So okay. All right, let me take that away. Move that up there. There we go. Cool. All right. And take that away. Perfect. Hi guys, Claire here. I hope I don't give you a complex. Hi guys, Claire here. I love that, don't you? That is like that's my only other favorite thing besides hello, Ivy here. And of course, you all remember that other phase I went through. Thanks for clicking on my channel. Um, that was my other phase I went through. So, well, as they say, and this too shall pass, right? Right. One could only hope so. Uh, uh, okay. Let's get on with it. So, happy Black History Month to all of my family in the United Kingdom. Happy Black History Month. Um, of course, much like February, the shortest month of the year in the United States, it is a chance to reflect on the history of the contributions, the historic footprint made by people from the African continent that have, by one way or the other, found themselves in places around the world that they couldn't have even imagined of, let alone, thought that they would ever be. But somehow we got there. And as a result of that, um, outside of Africa, some of the largest Black populations are in places like Brazil, the United States, the United Kingdom, and for some reason, I think Saudi Arabia, and a few other places. But, and of course, like many other uh, people of various background, races, ethnicities, and such, we have definitely left our mark in terms of things like math and other science and such, and of course, the aesthetics. And one of the things I have said over and over again, you know, white folks was doing just fine listening to their music, but it didn't really have soul until black people showed up. You know what I mean? That was when music became music. Before that, it was just like, bringing in the sheath, bringing in the sheath, and and then black people showed up. So I would have to say, out of all of the contributions that I am most proud of when it comes to African history, I am going to just say that the world owes us for making music so much better, for bringing music to life. You know what I mean? Before it was just music. Now it's got soul. Okay, so that was my editorial moment. So again, for our friends and family in the United Kingdom, happy Black History Month. Go out and learn something. Learn about the contributions that Black people made before they took our portraits and whitewashed them and washed them down and replaced the pigments and made us look like anything but Africans. You know, the second president of Mexico was actually black. There's a large black population in Mexico, one of the largest outside of Africa. A lot of people don't know that. They say that in every Mexican, how do they say it? With every Mexican family, if you look far enough, you'll find there's a black grandmother. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Colombia. Well, we learned a lot about that recently, haven't we? So, okay, moving on. Prince Harry touches down in Africa. Read it with me, shall you? Shall we? Yeah, read it with me. Prince Harry touches down in Africa after brief stop in the UK for charity event. After brief stop in UK for charity event, Harry touches down in Africa. After a brief stop, Very brief. How brief was it? I tell you, he barely had a chance to put his behind print in the chair. That's how brief it was. He flew in and he flew out. So when I say brief, I mean it was like, whew, you know, it was kind of like Star Trek. You know how the shoo, shoo, how the spaceship, ooh, ooh, shoo, shoo. Well, that's how Harry was. He shoo, onto the British soil and shoo, he left. Yeah, it was just that fast. He went into warp speed. Yeah, he went into what is that thing? No, warp speed. That's Star Trek, Star Wars. No. Warp speed is Star Trek. Hyperspace is Star Wars. Okay, so yeah, he went into warp speed, and next thing you know, he was out of there. So Princess Senate of Lesotho posted a photo with Harry of Duke of Sussex. Listen to me, Harry of Sussex. The Duke of Sussex on October 1st on Instagram, writing she had the pleasure of hosting him for lunch. So there you go. Harry is safely back home in Lesotho, where, of course, what was it? Some 15 years ago, was it? Or was it longer than that? Gosh, I can't remember. But anyway, that is where the Sentabale charity was founded. Harry and Princeso of Lesotho, they were the founders of Sentabale, which actually celebrates both mothers, Princess Diana, and of course, Princeso's mother, and who passed away some time ago. And anyway, so that was very sweet. And of course, Simtabale means forget me not in their language. And yeah, so it was a great way to just kind of tie everything together. So let me see here. Okay, Prince Harry has landed in Lesotho, the country he first fell in love with 20 years ago. And on October 1st, Princess Senet Seso of Lesotho posted a photo of herself and Harry on Instagram, writing that she had the pleasure of hosting the Duke of Sussex for lunch. Harry was just in the UK the day before. And why? Because he was only there for a hot minute. That's not what it says here, but it should. He was there for a hot minute and then he got out of there. He was attending the Well Child in London, one of the few patronages he kept since stepping back from royal duty alongside his wife, Meghan Markle. While in the UK, he did, wait a minute, while in, no. Okay, that means just stepping back, that they both stepped back. I'm sorry. I'm like, now they know she wasn't there. Sorry, I got nervous. Anyway, his brief visit to the UK followed a whirlwind trip to New York City, where, of course, he demonstrated what a global statesman he is. Let me see. Through his work in Lesotho and Botswana, Sintabale has developed a profound understanding of local youth, their passions, their concerns, and their extraordinary creativity. Prince Harry said in a statement, these young adults are eager and capable of driving meaningful change, yet significant barriers still stand in their way. As we head toward our 20th anniversary, our ambitious, wait a minute, 20th anniversary? Do you mean to tell me that Harry has established a charity that is 20 years old and he just turned 40? Gosh, it makes you wonder what his brother was doing all these years. Anyway, I just had to go there. Oh, well, let's get to the photos, shall we? Ah, there we go. Harry warmly greeting the people that were there to receive him when he arrived. Very cool. I mean, look at the smiles. Look at the smiles. Very nice. And I guess it gets kind of chilly there, right? Well, they're kind of up in the mountains. I know that Lesotho is landlocked, and you know what? Just to be nosy, do you guys mind if I see what the temperature in Lesotho is right now? I am curious. Um, okay, let me edit and okay. Now, how come I'm not seeing that? Wait, first of all, am I spelling it right? Yes, I am. Okay. Or do I have to put Botswana? Maybe I have to put Botswana. Okay, that's not working either. All right, so somebody find the temperature for me, will you? Make sure it's Fahrenheit. Just make sure it's Fahrenheit, cause I want to know, and it's not coming up. Using my usual thing here, so uh, but yeah, I'm just curious. Near freezing, 34 degrees. Yeah, 32 is freezing, right? So 34, it is just above freezing. Wow, that is cold. That is cold. Wow. Well, thank you, Lydia and Lola Love. That is cold. My goodness. Yeah, well, I can see why everybody's layered. Oh, that's 1 degree Celsius. That's right. Because 1 degree Celsius is the freezing point of water, right? So, yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And of course, there's Say So in the background there. You can see some security that Harry brought with him. Oh, look at how beautiful, right? They say it's in the mountains. Look at how beautiful. Wow. Kind of reminds you of California. That is beautiful. Oh, and look at how proud Harry is looking there. Very nice. And of course, Harry's brother, Prince Say-So. The two princes. Now, I have a little video. So let me see if I can cue that up. Okay. All right. So there's that one. I thought I had one more, but let me see. Let me try and make sure I can get that one too. Just to say we did. Oh, yeah. This is the one I was having trouble with. Let me try this one more time. Okay. That's why I don't have that one. Mm, Okay, next photo. There you go. So it says here Prince Harry pictured with Ketsui Manshiwa, country director of Sentabale in Botswana. Okay, got it. Oh boy. All right, so I cannot get that other video. I mean, I can, but I can't. But you know me, I don't give up easy. So let me try one more thing here. Okay. How long is this? Just let me see. Beautiful day for our evening of storytelling. Okay, try that one more time. Wow, that looks beautiful. Okay, no worries. I'm going to show you guys very soon. Give me just a second here. All right, got it. Okay, I'm still here. Give me a second. I'm working on something. I want to show you the video. Okay, quick edit. Nope, not that. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, that's handy. Okay. Okay, that's done. One more. Done. Save. Okay. Now it's so short, you'll be like, why did I even bother, right? But that's okay. That's never stopped me before. So go here, go down here, and go.
And the bonus and the positivity of that is the fact that stigma is being broken down in this country and also in Botswana. And we're hitting the target, not just Sentabale, but in general, all of the partners are. And it's making a massive difference. And it is this surge of energy and optimism and voice of young people, ranging from 6 to 25. And the biggest difference, which really needs more work, the biggest difference is when people at the top start listening. And the bonus and the positivity of that is the fact that stigma is being broken down in this country and also in Botswana. And we're hitting the target, not just Sentabale, but in general, all of the partners are. And it's making a massive difference. And it is this surge of energy and optimism and voice of young people, ranging from 6 to 25. And the biggest difference, which really needs more work, the biggest difference is when people at the top start listening.
How can Harry be that fresh and able to communicate coherently after stopping in the United Kingdom for by 5 or 6 minutes or whatever it was, just well, actually, it was longer than that because he went to the whale chow. So just long enough to go to whale chow and then hop on another plane and go off to Lesotho, Botswana. And I mean, it looks like there's no time difference or anything. No jet lag, no appearance of fatigue or exhaustion. That's absolutely incredible. That's because of that healthy, clean lifestyle that he has out there in California with the Duchess of Sussex. And let's see, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, arrived in Lesotho and was photographed with the daughter of King Letsi III of Lesotho, Her Royal Highness Princess Sinet Mahato Seso, who hosted a lunch he attended. Ooh, I hope we get some photos for lunch. Yeah, I hope we get some some photos, some photos. I hope we get some photos from their lunch. And then on the right side must be more of the extended family. Let's see, an honor to be with the Duke of Sussex. Oh, yeah, that is Prince. I can't make out his name, but yeah, that's one of the kids there with him. So, how sweet is that? I love it. I love it. Now, I got another video. I hope it's not the identical thing, but let's find out together, shall we? Because I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. We'll see.
So this whole journey of Sintibale started from that element of having experience, having come to the motherland. He's now my younger brother, Mahali, the warrior. Experiencing, breathing the same air, eating the same food as the children, that herd boys and shepherds, that inspired this dream to come to where we are now. But I think it is that deep felt need that we want to collectively make a difference in our lifetime. But not only in our lifetimes, but leave a legacy and pass on the baton to the next generation. So that's why we are going out in all different angles and tentacles to make sure.
Oh, very cool. It's not the same. Okay. I literally had not seen either one of those. I grabbed them to share with you all and didn't look at it. So, okay, let me see. Now I got one more. And for some odd reason, I do not see it here. But let me see if I can make it work. There we go. Okay, like I said, super, super short. But there you have it. Judy Matarsit. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay, so that's it for those. Those are all of the videos I managed to lift today. And there is Harry and Prince Seso, and I think that's the princess there. Again, they're having themselves a campfire. Or is it one of those fire pits? I think it's a fire pit. Yeah, it is a fire pit. So great photos from the occasion. Let's just go back through them one more time. From here, and here, and here. Looks like a great place to visit. All right, very cool. Prince Harry rubs shoulders with the Princess of Lesotho as he shares first picture just hours after leaving Britain. We know, after that brief visit. And here, excuse me, let me drink some water. There we go, better. So, the two-act play. In the blink of an eye, the Prince of Hearts reference to Prince Harry vanished. Someone clearly upset pulled some strings to make it happen. Now, um, one of our intrepid squaddies, who is every bit the investigational reporter, found these. I want to be a Prince of Hearts, says Prince Harry. Prince Harry has decided it is time to mend his ways. Now, mind you, a lot of that is palace spin, of course. Mend his ways, and he wants to follow in his mother's footsteps by becoming the a you know prince. I guess well, it cuts off, but you can see there. Then it continues. Prince Harry has been told by his father. Now that is definitely palace spin. He can pursue his love of polo during his gap year, but first he is taking on the mantle of something. Now, just remember, if it's not coming from Prince Harry himself, then we have to assume that a lot of this is palace spin. However, Harry, the Prince of Hearts, is the theme that we're on here. Prince Harry get to works in his new role as Prince of Heart. There has been okay. I'm not even going to bother with all that party prince stuff, but just so you know, that is something that, according to Muriel, since 2002, Harry has been known as the Prince of Hearts. And now, of course, because somebody got a little, um, shall we say, jealous, they removed that from the Daily Mail yesterday and replaced it with Stars Shine for Harry because they don't want him to be known as the Prince of Hearts. That is the last thing that they expect for Harry. They would well, they couldn't say that of William. I mean, even William wouldn't believe that. But they would probably want to reserve something like that for William, but for the fact William barely shows up and is not considered the warmest individual in the world. And let's see. So, got that one. Oh, speaking of William, check it out. Poor David Beckham. David Beckham, if you want to that knighthood, then I suggest you start licking those boots, and I mean lick them good too, because otherwise you will never be a knight of the realm. But he's definitely doing everything that the royal family tells him to do. Anytime William pulls his chain, he gets the barking. So William needed a little star power. So jealous of Harry, he decided that it was time to roll out Sir David Beckham, he hopes. Um, pathetic, pathetic. William is jealous of Harry, so he decided that it was time to roll out David Beckham, to have David Beckham groveling for that knighthood that he so desperately wants. As you can see, William decided that he would come out and do some busy work because Harry has been dominating the news as of late, And so, for that reason, William is helping some black man change a tire, which is really a change of things because usually William sleeps rough with black men. But on this occasion, instead of sleeping rough with a black man on the streets of central London, he decided, I guess I'll help this bloke change his tire. So that's what he's doing. He's showing that at age 43, is it, that he can lift up a tire while wearing a sports jacket. Also, I want you guys to take notice. Look at how skinny he is. Look at how skinny he is. I mean, he's so skinny, if he turned sideways, he'd be gone. A broomstick's wider compared to him. Wait a minute, where have I heard that? Wasn't that in the song? My lean baby, he's so drawn. When he turns sideways, you think he's gone. Yes, that's the Dinah Washington song. My lean baby, he's so trim. A broomstick's wider compared to him. Yeah, that's where I got that from. Snuck up on me. But yeah, so William is looking like a little broomstick standing there. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe there's something in the water. Who knows? Or maybe he's just been so busy trying to figure out what kind of film crew to call up next so that he can make another slick video to put on his social media. You know, somebody needs to tell him that most people on social media, you know, if he wants to be like part of the TikTok generation, somebody ought to tell him that you don't call out a film crew and do a bunch of edits. You don't have your wife walking through a field of grain looking like she's just filmed a Herbal Essence commercial. You don't hop around like you're as fresh as a summer eve. You know what I'm saying? That is not really in the spirit of TikTok or, you know, social media. But that's what he does. He calls up a cinematic crew and have them make these like episodic videos that don't really land very well with most people. And so right there, David Beckham and Prince William celebrating you rising. What is that? Oh, I can barely see that. Hold on. Let me get on a bigger screen here. Let me get on a bigger screen. Does this work? Yep, that's not it. There it is. Okay. So David Beckham and Prince William celebrating you raising 15 million pounds for the London Air Ambulance charity as if they did it. Either of them could have done it with their pocket change. So apparently this particular person, what is that, Blade of the Sun, says that they're celebrating a fundraiser by the public, a fundraiser from the public for an air ambulance, even though they didn't raise the money themselves. As far as we know, they have not contributed anything themselves. And even if they did together, they could have just paid for the whole thing themselves. But instead, they're celebrating as though they're taking credit for it. And then follow that on the right side with why is the life-saving helicopter funded by charity, but the Royals helicopter is funded by the taxpayer? That's a good question. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Yeah, as a matter of fact, have a fundraiser for the Royal fleet of helicopters and just let the taxpayers pay for the one that's there to help civilians. Wills is back in the cockpit, it says. Prince of Wales teams up with David. Please give me a knighthood, Beckham. to visit the air ambulance charity, and the ex England captain was personally invited by the royal. Now, see, what's crazy about this is if David Beckham was not in the UK, he would have flown by private jet back to the United Kingdom just to make this visit and then fly back wherever he was. The reason why I say that, and that's a big if, I'm not saying that's what happened this time, but the last time that I know that William invited David Beckham to come to one of his harebrained schemes, participate in his harebrained scheme, that was when they went to, was it Boston? And David Beckham flew all the way from Dubai to Boston just to show up, just to be a little bit of a clout for William, and then flew all the way back on a private jet. And this was for an environmental event to celebrate people saving the planet. So I'm just saying, wherever David Beckham was in this world, if William yanks that chain, he's going to get there by hook or crook so that he could be the clout that William needs, because by himself, he's so boring, nobody would care. And that's why David Beckham is there, because there is no audience for William. This would barely get noticed. So he needs someone like David Beckham just to make it interesting. Polypa Girl, thank you so much for being here. Poor Willie. He couldn't help it. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth. Now, how about that pulled pork sandwich? I think this was at the point when William just noticed the beard. Because, as you know, if there's anything William likes to have around is a beard. He loves beards. He loves it so much he's growing one himself. He probably just noticed that David Beckham beard. And there is no sound available, but somehow I get the idea that the subject of a pulled pork sandwich may have been brought up. I'm just saying, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm just thinking this looks like an occasion to bring up that pulled pork sandwich. So I don't know if they ever go on the road together, they may end up at that bistro in Poland, home of the pulled pork sandwich, the one that William seemed to know on the menu before he even got there. So interesting, huh? I'm just saying. Yeah, so I guess doing these solo events is not so tough, because I guess in one instance he leaves a beard at home only to go and find another. If you know, you know. So, and again, William helping some black man with a tire. Very nice of him. I love that busy work face that William makes. See how William looks so serious, like he really cares about what he's doing? He really cares what he's doing. Harry is talking about a $3 trillion group of companies that have come together for a Travelers, something that he created himself. And what is William doing? Gazing into David Beckham's beard and changing tires. Who's the king? I ask you, who's the king? Who's the global statesman? Harry is walking the walk and talking the talk. Harry has gone from one subject to another while at the United Nations Climate Week. And here's William changing a tire and gazing into David Beckham's beard. Talk about priorities. One of those people, one of those brothers is a global statesman, and the other Well, the other one is just trying to get noticed, fighting for attention, and losing, by the way. Now, I found another photo of Harry. As you know, yesterday Harry got clobbered by Noah. Noah, of course, one of the winners of the Well Child Award. I believe Noah is 8 years old. He clobbered Harry. So I don't know why Harry is posing like that, because I don't think Noah was the least bit nervous, as I demonstrated yesterday. Um, Noah made short work of Harry, a military veteran, an Apache pilot, winner of the Pat Tillman Award. The what else did he win? The NAACP President's Award. The oh, I know. The something aviation award. I mean, Harry is a force to be reckoned with, but he was no match for Noah. So you see on the left, Prince Harry burst into laughter as a young boy grabs his beard at the Well Child charity event. Let me see if I can find that video for you guys. I mean, Noah worked him over yesterday. So I was surprised to see that photo, because I'm just like, if that was supposed to frighten him, it did not work. Okay. I have so much respect for that kid. It's not too many 8-year-olds that would take on an Apache helicopter pilot, but Noah did. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, right here. Now, this is rather graphic, so just a warning. You're about to see poor Harry get done in by a kid. Unfortunately, there's no sound. There you go. I mean, this kid grabbed his beard, threw the toy at his head, all kind of stuff. And you can see Harry ducking and dodging. That's why I say I have so much respect for that kid. He is literally taking on somebody twice his size, and he won. He won. So let me give Noah a big hand, not only for taking on the veteran prince, but also for winning his Well Child Award. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. Man, there he is. So there's little Noah back in 2009. And there Noah is from yesterday at the Well Child Award. And there he is again, yanking Prince Harry's beard. Now, got a little sound bite for you. Let me see here. Oh no, did I save it or no? Oh boy. Where's my sound bite?
That's amazing. Who did you meet last night?
Was
Okay.
That's amazing. Who did you meet last night?
well, it was very exciting, and I met loads of really nice people. And one that I was very excited about is Prince Harry.
Don't just screw that into the conversation. How was that?
It was very exciting because he's so nice and he does such good work for other people.
What did he say to you?
we were kind of talking about like his charity and stuff, and I got him a little gift of 4 hearts and a little note. And
What did you say in the note?
Huh?
What did you say in the note?
It said it was just a reminder for how special he was.
Oh, what did he say to you?
He said that he loved it.
Harry.
Okay, there you go. So very sweet. Scarlett Cripps won the Inspirational Child Award. So, and that's what most of the children were speaking about was the chance to meet Prince Harry and how nice he was. And so I think it was very nice of them to share it on morning television all over Britain. So there you go. And once again, Prince Harry's necktie from the event is the reef knots, men's shark and submarine light blue silk tie. And of course, it is from a very sustainable source. And I believe it was 65 pounds or was it $65? Well, whatever the case is, very special and an unusual bright color for Harry and very refreshing. I've never seen him in a bright necktie like that before. Okay, so yesterday we spoke about Lady Frederick Windsor, how she opened up about her admiration for her royal relatives. You know, the one she said was so warm and supportive. She said her royal relatives were warm and supportive. I don't know which ones those were, but that's what her mouth said. Anyway, again, some incredible investigational work from Muriel. Notice here it says Princess backs son over baking soda usage. That's right. Princess Michael of Kent yesterday, this of course was back in 1999, sought to diffuse the royal family's latest baking soda embarrassment by publicly supporting her 20-year-old son, Lord Frederick Windsor, after he admitted taking baking soda or using baking soda. The Queen's cousin confessed he cleaned a bit with his baking soda. Etc., etc. So I didn't realize that that was her kid, not the Nazi, the U-boat captain, as Princess Diana used to call her, not the U-boat captain. Anyway, according to Muriel, Sophie Winkleman is married to the ugly version of ugly Prince William. Her husband, Lord Frederick Windsor, is the son of the racist brooch princess Michael of Kent, daughter of a Nazi officer. Listen, I said there was an investigation. Sophie Winkleman needs to mind her own business. Thank you so much for that, Marielle. I didn't know that there was that connection with these people, but yeah, see, Sophie Winkleman says she landed 2.5 men role without Hollywood knowing she is a royal. How about that? Sophie Winkleman kept her maiden name throughout her acting career. They just knew me from my acting, which was quite important to me, she says. And there she is with that very bizarre looking, wow, look at his eyes. Are you sure that he gave up? Because see, where does it say it? Right here, Princess Michael of Kent said, excuse me, that she is confident that her son, Lord Frederick Windsor, will not use baking soda again after he admitted using it 3 times. Look at them eyes. Something is dilating them pupils. You know what I'm saying? Something has those pupils well dilated. And if you ask me, I mean, I'm just going to take their word for it. I'm just going to take their word for it. I don't know. I hope he's doing the right thing. And, you know, that reminds me of something, though. If you all recall, wasn't her daughter dating that Southeast Asian guy or guy of Asian descent that said that they were using party favors in the Queen's swimming pool at Buckingham Palace, that they went skinny dipping? For somebody who is so self-important and so perfect, the U-boat captain sure know how to bring up her family, don't she? I thought she was just as very, you know, structured, disciplined, daughter of a U-boat captain, only to find out that her children are kind of wild, aren't they? Huh. They are kind of wild. Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions, huh? What an interesting family. And what's so interesting too is that her daughter, the guy that confessed about them using stuff in the Queen's swimming pool and skinny dipping, he was the one who told the press that the U-boat captain had a couple of black sheep that she named Venus and Serena. Oh, that guy told everything. Everything. He started singing like Aretha Franklin. Yep, he was singing like Aretha Franklin. Now, as far as I know, I don't hear him saying anything about Brother Frederick. But, oh, and just to throw this last part in there, not that it matters, but since I've gone through so much trouble, I may as well say it. The daughter's ex-boyfriend, who he dated extensively, she dated extensively for years, he is now married to a man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What, and you know, we spend too much time with the rest of the family. I think it would be more entertaining if we pay more attention to the U-boat captain and her children. I'm just saying, I think that would be more interesting because the rest of the family, they're starting to look rather dull in comparison, huh? They are a one family soap opera. My goodness. Yep, the daughter's ex-boyfriend is in a same-sex marriage after admitting that he went skinny dipping in Queen Elizabeth II's swimming pool, that they use party favors all over the place. I mean, really? Huh. Uh, oh, really? Well, I'll have to try to share that tomorrow then. Thank you for telling me about it. I know the tea is best served off the boil. Absolutely. Interesting family. Tom Parker Bowles, my mother hardly drinks. She hardly drinks. Never seen her so much as tipsy. Well, this is what I meant by the royals are rewriting history. I have been saying for the longest that they love to rewrite history, didn't I? If history is any indication, according to the Inquirer, secretly banished to $4,000 a day clinic, boozing Camilla sent to rehab. And of course, on the right side, if you've ever seen this video, Camilla showed up looking like a big fat sloppy mess. Dame Judy Dench is in the background, and that Blythe, whatever his name is, back there with one of those sweaters on. I mean, I don't know if you see what I'm seeing. This looks like the cast of it looks like the cast of Charlie's Angel just broke out of a nursing home, doesn't it? It looks like the cast of Charlie's Angels has just broken out of a nursing home. All I see is a bunch of old ladies, big hair, and some men that look like they enjoy a good pulled pork sandwich every now and again. This is quite an interesting, curious bunch of people. But I'm telling you, Camilla looks like she is a bit overserved. You got to see the video. You got to see the video. I don't have it. I cannot share it with you. For some reason, she decided to try a jumpsuit that looks like she stole it from the painter or some shop steward or whatever. She looks a mess. She's got flat shoes on, which is probably necessary because I don't think she could stand up straight. That is the queen consort. That is the queen consort looking so frumpy. It's almost like she got one of those catalogs for blue collar workers and just ordered an oversized jumpsuit. What a mess. What a mess. But remember, he's barely seen her tipsy. So I got this, of course, from Celibici. Queen Camilla exists in the zeitgeist half in the bag with a glass of wine in one hand and a cigarette in the other. That's always been her image. And I believe it's the reality too. Camilla is a booze hound. She loves a stiff drink or a couple of glasses of wine. But according to her son, Tom Parker Bowles, the booze hound jokes are not funny because Camilla isn't really like that. Is this the same Camilla who said that some apparition held her or pinned her down to her bed? Is that the same Camilla? Now, at the bottom, I think is part of his book, which is called The Crown and Cooking or Cooking and the Crown. Whatever it is the worst case of nepotism I've seen in a while. Queen Camilla's son, Tom Parker Bowles, confesses to loving Harry Enfield's portrayal of King Charles in the spoof Channel 4 series, The Windsors. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't his book. That's what it's from, is whatever that is, in which Pippa Middleton seduces Prince Harry. Yuck. But Tom, promoting his new cookery book, hotly disputes the late Hayden Gwyn, whatever that name is, portrayal of his mother as a gin-swigging chain smoker. It's inaccurate, he says. She's never drunk a glass of gin in her life, doesn't smoke. He says, adding, sadly, the woman who played his mom died. She was really brilliant, but my mother hardly drinks, never seen her so much as tipsy. Then he didn't see this video. He didn't see this video because I'm telling you, she was a sloppy mess. Now, I cannot say that she was drunk. I don't know. But I'm going to say she looked like she was inebriated. And then, of course, there's the Inquirer, there's the Globe, there's the Globe, there's the Globe, and another Globe falls off the wagon. For somebody who he's never seen tipsy, why are there so many images of her holding a glass of booze? I don't get that. She always, like right here, where she's doing her impersonation of Alfred Hitchcock. Um, yeah, Farrah Fawcett meets Alfred Hitchcock. It looks to me like she's holding a glass of something. And then, of course, it's the only way that I could explain Gladys looking like a big sloppy mess. That is the same robe that the Queen wore. Although, if you notice, Camilla had her robe exaggerated a bit. You see that the emblem on her robe? Look at how much larger it is in comparison to the very dignified, stately gown that the Queen is wearing. Camilla goes and finds the ugliest dress she has in her collection, which is vast, and she puts it on, and then she had them layer that on top. And for some reason, she just cannot keep it on straight. I'm sure at one point the whole thing was turned around. I'm sure at some point the whole thing was turned around backwards. I bet you that thing was spinning around. She had the back to the front to the back. Um, a big sloppy mess. Even the bows are not laying correct. You see that? Nothing is right about that. How could she walk out of the palace, the castle? How could she walk out looking like that? Now, the only thing I could think of is booze, liquor, alcoholic beverages. That's the only way you could explain that. She looks a big sloppy mess. So if she doesn't drink that much, and by the way, the thing about her not smoking, Camilla smoked for years before she finally stopped. If she stopped. If she stopped. And then, of course, there's this one. Who is she talking to? Who is she laughing with? Who? Do you see anybody standing next to her? If this isn't the telltale signs of somebody who is soaking their liver with gin, I don't know what is. She's laughing and talking to herself. There's nobody there. She just spilled, she literally poured herself out of the pub. That is the Queen Consort. Did I say that? That is the Queen Consort. This is the woman who conspired and manipulated and did all that backstabbing to get on the throne just to come walking out of a pub looking like a big, sloppy mess. That's somebody's mama, right? That's somebody's mama. Who mama is that? You know, it's so when we were kids, when I was a kid, if we saw somebody's parent in that state, everybody be like, who mama is that? And of course, the child that's related to that big sloppy mess get quiet. But you have to ask, who mama is that? How about this one? How graceful, how elegant, how regal. Yeah, how regal. What a frumpy, sloppy mess. Now, of course, there has been several reenactments. These, of course, are not exactly the Queen Consort, but just people who decided to try to capture the spirit of the Queen Consort. And the only way that anybody has ever known her is the cigarette smoking, gin soaked girlfriend, concubine, mistress of the future king. Well, I think they got it wrong because she's not the mistress anymore. She's the queen consort. It's probably right at the time, though. And look at this. It looks like she went down to the train station and found some poor Amish women that was mad in their business, and she invited them over to Clarence house for guess what? A drink. I mean, you see there, these women look like they were on their way to go churn some butter or something like that. And of course, that bad, what do you call it? That uh, horrible influence that the queen consort had. Yeah, she's lured them away from their pious lifestyle and just gave everybody a drink. They started off with tea and then enters the liquor. Now you know Amish women ain't supposed to be carrying on like that, or Quakers or whatever they are, Mennonites, Quakers, Amish, whatever it is, they have been corrupted by the queen consort with her devilish ways. So, yeah, Tom Parker Bowles is trying to rewrite history. She barely drinks. I've never seen her tipsy. She doesn't even smoke, but yet she's still a big sloppy mess. Still a big sloppy mess. Sad news, John Amos, the first black dad on American television. You know, for years, American television has worked very hard to exclude black men from the role of the patriarch of the family, right? For years. When Diane Carroll had her television show, Julia, they would not cast a black man in the show because they didn't want her to have any type of, strong male role model. So it wasn't until John Amos back in the 1970s that we had a hardworking black man in the role of a father. Now, a lot of you all may believe that this started on Good Times. Well, not exactly. The character, James, actually started on the television show Maude. Um, Maude, of course, um, was continued, but John Amos, who only had the occasional role, he went on to join Esther Rose on a new television show called Good Times. Well, they went from being, I think in Maude, his name was Henry Evans, but when they changed to their own show, it became James Evans. So there you go. Now you know. But he was the first black television dad on any type of television show. Now, my favorite depiction of him is not James Evans. I love me some Kansas City Mac. And there he is on the right side, Kansas City Mac in the major motion picture. Let's do it again. He was very good. This was a movie that was produced by Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby, and it is a cult favorite in the black community. Love Let's Do It Again, but he played a mobster, a gangster named Kansas City Mac. And it's a very funny movie. So if you get a chance to see it, make sure you check it out. A lot of veteran black actors in the movie. Like, I can't remember the guy next to him there, but a lot of veteran black actors were in the movie. Kansas City Mac, a.k.a. MacArthur Clutch. But the other favorite role he played was Mr. McDowell, owner of the McDowell's restaurant. And it is not a knockoff of McDonald's. Let Mr. McDowell tell it. It just looks like McDonald's. But Yeah, so that was from the movie Coming to America. So anyway, rest in power, John Amos. Here, and of course, his other famous role was from the miniseries Roots, Alex Haley's Roots, based on his novel. But yeah, so anyway, with that, you all, I am done. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here. Love you guys. Thank you to the moderators for keeping this a safe space. And Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie Balmer. We're just taking off, but thank you so much for joining us. Okay, gonna say good night now or good morning, whichever applies.